Okay, welcome everybody to another Modo League. Going to be running some more Samwise through today, which is one of my sort of pet decks, I suppose. Just one that I really enjoy playing. This one is by Zane Pugh, who managed to go undefeated in a RCQ in an SCG con in Denver, I think. And it includes a card that I wanted to try out for a while that I've seen cropping up in a few lists, which is Brightglass Gearhulk. So it's green, green, white, white. You get a first strike trample 4/4. And when it enters, you can search your library for up to 2 artifact, creature, and or enchantment cards with mana value 1 or less. Put them into your hand. So this goes and gets a lot of different stuff from our deck. Any of these, any of these 18 1-drops that we play, it can go and get. So, in particular, obviously, it can go and get 2 of our combo pieces, Cauldron Familiar and a Sack Outlet. I think the rest of it is fairly self-explanatory. There's just a few cards I want to mention. So no Yawgmoth, but still playing 2 Young Wolves. I think I've been over this in previous videos, but this Young Wolves been very impressive in a number of ways. The main way has been you can sacrifice it when you've got your combo and a Young Wolf out. You can sacrifice the Young Wolf in response to someone removing one of your pieces, and it comes back and makes a food and allows you to go off again. The other thing I wanted to mention about this list is running 3 Viscera Seer, 1 Carrion Feeder. Viscera Seer is usually the best one. It's just a better effect than Carrion Feeder, but I would imagine they're playing 1 and 3 as a nod to things like Pithing Needle or surgical extraction effects on that. You know, just trying to play around that as best as possible. We have lost the other sack outlets. We're not playing Yawgmoth or Warren Soul Trader or anything like that. Can't do anything about the Cauldron Familiar, so that's the only creature that will do. But the rest of the main list, I think, is fairly self-explanatory. Still playing a Sylvan Gatekeeper. And the sideboard as well is fairly straightforward. The only card that piqued my interest was Rift Sweeper. So this is a 2-mana 2/2, and when it enters, you choose target face-up exiled card and shuffle it into your library, or, well, yeah, any exiled card, its owner shuffles it into their library. So again, this is a nod to extraction effects, surgical extraction, etc. You can bring this in if all your cats have been surgically extracted. You can play this and shuffle 1 cat back into your library, so you can still combo. So yeah, excited to play this in this list. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Hope everyone's doing very well wherever you're tuning in from. Do my usual plug for my Manatraders affiliation. I have a affiliate link and code in the description below, good for 40% back on your 3rd month of subscription with Manatraders. Let's just choose to go first here. I've used them for many years, and yes, it's been really, really good. So they were kind enough to accept me into their content creator program. So if it's something you're interested in, do consider using the link below. I do obviously get a bit of a kickback from that. And if you want any help, do let me know, because it can be a little bit daunting to get into Magic Online. So always happy to help. Gonna mulligan this this 5-lander on the play. This is a lot better. I'm going to keep... so it's definitely not lands. It might... I think it's 2nd Ritual. I think I want to go Goose into Young Wolf Ritual. What about this Thoughtseize? I think that's fine. I think Thoughtseize is probably fine. Okay, so let's go over Entomb, Goose. We could go Thoughtseize Ritual. It depends what we see. If we see something that looks like Spell Snare. Okay, well that looks like Spell Snare to me. So let's go Thoughtseize. Could be Push, of course. Okay, so do we want to make the mana to play the Ritual? I think I do here. Because against a counterspell deck, we want to resolve it. Okay, so it was a Spell Snare. Bowmasters is pretty good against Psychic Frog. They don't have another land, though. So this is quite an interesting one. kind of want to take the frog. I'm just going to take the frog, I think, as the kind of most powerful card. I'm going to shock in the Godless Shrine here, just get the birthing ritual down. Because next turn we're able to go Young Wolf, Verdant Catacombs, see if they find a land. Nope, so they are considering, which is good for us because they won't be able to counter our Young Wolf or kill it with Bowmasters before we get an activation from Birthing Ritual. Okay, another goose is good as well. I think just going to go Young Wolf. Obviously Verdant Catacombs can go and get Dryad Arbor, but I think I'd rather get a basic forest and just play out the goose. Make another food. Like, we are fully out of cards now, but Birthing Ritual is one of the better cards against this kind of deck. We find Haywire Might. Do we want that one? So we could sack the Young Wolf to bring in Haywire Might. Would we rather just save the... I think I am going to do that. Don't want the Dryad Arbor because that's easily fetchable. They can Orcish Bowmasters down the Haywire Might if they want. But just getting more creatures because we are a core deck after all. Opponent running Meticulous Archive, so this is some sort of Esper. They do find a land. Did they put... they graveyarded a spell snare. They could play a massive Murktide here. They choose not to. So... Right, so if they go Bowmasters, I don't really want to attack. I guess I could attack with Young Wolf, but... Okay, they do go for Bowmasters, so we'll see how they... Yeah, they ping that, which is fine. I suppose I... maybe I should have exiled our food token. Right, so Bowmaster's down. Do I want to fetch Dryad Arbor now? Probably. Okay, so we find Safekeeper, we find Samwise. Samwise, Safekeeper, Wall of Roots. What do we want to sacrifice? That Safekeeper's obviously pretty good, but I think we want Samwise. So we'll sack the Young Wolf. Bring Samwise in. Worth remembering that Samwise has an additional line of text as well, which is you can sacrifice 3 food to get a historic card back. Historic is Artifact, Legendary, and Saga. So we can get a Haywire Might back here. Ooh, main deck Relic. So this is likely to be... It's likely to be Ketramos based. We do get to create a food here. We'll exile the Windswept Teeth. If we don't draw anything, we might go for... Ooh, Orcish Bowmasters. They do have a Spell Snare open, so... I think we can just pass. Maybe should have made a food there. Okay, there's Viscera Seer. Okay, so we'll sacrifice the Dryad Arbor because Goose can keep making food. Well, we get to make another food here. We'll see if they crack the Relic. They don't. Looks like a Murktide, but we're reasonably okay into Murktide. Like, Goose can block. I suppose Relic can make it continuously bigger. But we can gain some life as well. So they have Counterspell, Spell Snare, 1 unknown. I think I'm going to go for Bowmasters here. They might Spell Snare. Yeah, thought they might. Okay, nothing we want to do there. So if Gilded Goose hits a Cauldron Familiar, we can win the game. Okay, Endurance is actually pretty good. So we need to hit Cauldron Familiar. There's a Cauldron Familiar. Sack this. And because we have so many foods, we're able to just... So let's go sack the Familiar. Let the opponent do their thing. Probably going to crack the Relic. So yeah, we bring back the Cauldron Familiar. I suppose actually we should go off now before they can draw their card. It's doubtful they... Yeah, it's doubtful they run Surgical in the main, but yeah, it's worth just doing that. They could find, I don't know, they might be running something like Solitude. It's very doubtful, but yeah, just going off at speed. And yeah, just having all those foods just really helped us there. So into this list, what do we want? Probably Thoughtseize. Bowmasters tends to be very good. Main deck Endurance is good, I think. Haywire Might doesn't do anything. I do want the Thoughtseize. We want Veil of Summers as well. Might trim a Wall of Roots. Endurance. Yeah, Endurance is fine. Seafood is good. What else are we trimming? Do we want Fatal Push? It's only good into Frog. Sun Cleanser, no. Magic, no. Crystal Barricade, no. Could consider Enduring Innocence and another Endurance. But don't really know what I want to take out. I guess some of the sorcery speed stuff. We could trim a Ritual, but I don't think that's necessarily what we want to do. Young Wolf, maybe trim a Wolf, trim another Wall. Bring in an Endurance. I kind of want access to another Grist, although again, sorcery speed into this deck isn't great, and they are bringing in Stern Scoldings. We're unlikely to want to cord for Grist. So against this, I think I'll take that out for an Innocence. Maybe. Let's try that. Right, gonna mulligan this one lander. This is a weird hand. What have they done? They've kept 7. I think I'm going to keep this. Bottom the Boseiju. We do also have to be careful of Harbinger of the Seas. Opponent leads on basic Swamp. So could have a Fatal Push here. I think I'm just going to lead on Goose. Especially now we've drawn another one. Opponent decides to use their Fatal Push. So yeah, basic Swamp. I guess it's less likely that they're on Harbinger. Okay, so we can go double spell here, which I think we will. Wall of Roots. Minus put a Young Wolf out. This lets us play Viscera Seer next turn. I'm probably blocking with Wall of Roots. I'm going to play the Goose, I think. So yeah, I'm going to block with Wall of Roots. They might discard 2 cards to attack with Frog. They might have another push, of course. Yep. To be blocked with Goose. I've only got 4 cards in hand. They might not have another land. I'm going to block because it's a 0-2. They have to discard if they want to kill this Goose. Yeah, they discard a Bowmasters. We're fine with that. They may not have another land as well. They, in fact, do not have another land. Okay, Heath. Do I want to play the Viscera Seer, or would I rather Surveil? I think I'm just going to go Young Wolf. Surveil. I think I'm going to put that on top. We'd quite like to resolve that one. Hopefully the opponent doesn't run something like Prismatic Ending. Maybe that would have been a good idea to play Viscera Seer. If they play Harbinger here, no, they can't be on Harbinger with Marsh Flats, I would think. Okay, we find the Innocence. Let's go land. I think I will go and get a basic plains if we run one. We don't actually run one here. So I think we just go Temple Garden. This might get counterspelled. I think we just have to jam here. Okay, surprised at that. If they had a counterspell, you'd think they'd counterspell this. Okay, they surveil. I would imagine they'd want to dump pretty much anything into the graveyard here. Beseiju. Might just keep hold of that. Don't think I'm attacking because I want to try and block Young Wolf. Block with Young Wolf. Ooh, they Prismatic Ending Viscera Seer. So I think what I'm going to do is go sack the Wolf just to draw a card, because it comes back in, we get to draw a card. Okay, that's a Goose, and we'll bottom a Swamp, and then I can sacrifice the Viscera Seer as well. Veil of Summer. I think I do want that, all in all. If they go for an attack here, they might fly. Yeah, they do fly. That's fine. Keeping their graveyard empty is reasonable. Hope this isn't another frog. Okay, push the wolf. Okay. Well, we'll play the goose out first. Draw a card. Ooh, birthing ritual. That's very nice. Play the ritual. They'll spell snare, will veil. Okay, Verdant Catacomb is actually quite a good draw because we get to go and get Dryad Arbor. Although whether we want to right now is a question, because if we get Dryad Arbor in their turn, we get to draw another card. So I think I'm just going to look to sack the goose. We can also sack Enduring Innocence. Do we want to do it now? No, I think I'd rather draw a card. So we get Samwise, Goose, Familiar. I think I'm going to get Samwise. We have a lot of food. We could sack the Innocents. And then it would come back. But I think I'd rather keep the lifelinker. Well, let's sack the goose and we'll bring in... It is close between these, but I think it's just... Yeah, I think we'll just get Samwise. And now... no, I think we'll let them go. Do some stuff. I wonder if we're meant to block with Dryad Arbor here. Okay, they fly the frog, so we can't block anyway. They might discard some cards. Okay, take the damage. Don't want to just fetch now. No, I think end of turn is fine. See if they want to commit anything more. Yeah, we'll fetch now. Let's get... I think it's just... Yeah, we'll get Dryad Arbor. Draws us a card. Makes us a food. Another ritual is pretty good. That's not so great. Right, so I'm afraid of Bowmasters. I think I might just Beseiju main phase. Because to see what land they go and get. They did bin a counterspell earlier. Okay, they do get a basic island, but that means they're off of forest. Sorry, off of plains. I'm not going to attack for fear of getting Bowmastered. We can return Beseiju as well, which is interesting. Maybe should have saved that. Probably should have gone for that first. If they counterspell, we could have attacked. What do we hit? We hit a familiar, which is good. Okay, so yeah. Sack the Dryad Arbor. Put familiar into play. Draws a card. Possibly. Yeah, I think that's fine. So we can return... We can return Beseiju here. Opponent gets rid of Prismatic Ending, so taking them off white. I think they exiled their planes as well, yeah. Possibly could have done that in a better order last turn. See no blocks here. We have found a Thoughtseize, which is nice. Okay. Yep. Draw. Well, that's a good draw. Let's go Thoughtseize you. Okay, so that can't stop anything that we do. Stern Scolding stops Safekeeper, so I guess we take that. Play the Safekeeper to draw a card. They consider something into the graveyard. Get to draw. Well, there's a Viscera Seer. Just go for the combo here. Okay, so yeah, we deal with Murktide pretty well there. Finding Thoughtseize and stuff at the right time. Obviously, that was a very good draw. Enduring Innocence pulled a lot of weight there. Gained us some life. Yeah, just did all loads of good stuff. And yeah, able to gain them some life again. It just drew us loads of cards as well. Every time you ritual or whatever, or fetching Triad Arbor in their turn, draw a card is just really good. So yeah, happy with that. Move on to round number 2. Right, gonna play first here for round number 2. Okay, let's try it. We can go turn 1, Fetch Shop Goose, turn 2 Familiar, maybe turn 3 Gearhulk. I may be falling into the trap here of seeing, ooh, shiny new card, and really wanting to play it. We are against Eldrazi, but we do have some ramp. We have 1 combo piece, so we want to go and get Overgrown Tomb here. Goose. Brightglass can also go and get something like Haywire Might, so that we can exile one of the opponent's ramp pieces. Oh, it's actual Tron. Okay, so Tron into land into map. Forest's not really what we wanted to draw. So let's go Lush Portico, graveyard that one, play a Cauldron Familiar and pass. Okay, so they will have lots of mana on turn. Okay, Cord. Not quite enough. So if we go green, white, white. Attack for 1. Go land, Gearhulk. We did see Devourer. So I think we go and get here just a backup copy of all of the both combo pieces. So we'll go and get Cauldron Familiar and Viscera Seer. So get or do we get Carrion Feeder? No, we'll get Viscera Seer is fine. Yeah, because we've got Familiar out. So we'll get Viscera Seer, Cauldron Familiar. I mean, that felt pretty good. So getting those, because then if we draw Samwise, we can win the game through that removal. Depends what they go for. They could go something like Ugin. If they just go Devourer, we do win the game. If it's new Ugin, we have a much harder time. It is new Ugin. So they exile our Familiar, which makes sense. Hopefully they can't exile all of our stuff. We kind of want to see them just plus here. By going 0, make 3 mana, exile more stuff. Yeah, that's not great. Because we need to be able to cord. Okay, Dismember doesn't get rid of our stuff. Okay, well, do we have enough to do here? So we have to go cord. So go land. We have to cord for Samwise. Can we play out the creatures as well? So if we go, we can play Safekeeper. We need triple green. So we go land. Right, let's just work this out. I don't think we quite have enough. But if we go Safekeeper's free, and then we need, so that's 2 green. So that pays for the green, and then we play Seer Familiar. But the trouble is, I don't think we then have a food to play. So we can chord. Can we chord with 1 mana? So let's say we go play Viscera Seer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chord for Samwise. No, we can't quite do it here, I don't think. Let me just double check. Right, so we're just short here because there's no way we can make the food. Because if we play out a creature, we won't have enough mana left to make the food to kickstart it all. So I think what we do is we just go Sylvan Safekeeper and then pass. With the idea to chord for Sam. They play Abzan, so they have a lot of mana. Obviously it's a problem if they do something like All is Dust. Okay, they add a load of mana. See what they do with it. We can start sacrificing lands to give stuff hexproof. Okay, 10 mana Ulamog. I think that's fine. So I think what we have to do now, right, so let's go green, green. So they're exiling these 2 anyway, so you might as well sacrifice them. Because Ulamog's doing these, so this to give itself hexproof. And then I guess we should do this now. So we need double black. So get Overgrown Tomb. Are we meant to chord right now? Well, I think we have to. Let's go chord. Chord for 2 for Samwise, and then do this to give Samwise Shroud, sack the land that's going to go anyway, and then just hope that I think we should be okay here, because now we just go land, fetch, Godless Shrine, Viscera Seer, make a food, Cauldron Familiar, and then we're in full combo. Unless they have... Yeah, okay. Brightglass Gearhulk did some sterling work there. I just went and got two combo pieces. Okay, so Tron. What do we want against Tron? We kind of just want to go quick. I guess Thoughtseize is good. Grist is probably too slow. Endurance doesn't do anything. Could consider Force of Vigor. Haywire Might's probably good. Bowmasters, again, doesn't really do much. I think I'm going to bring in Rift Sweeper because they might bring in something like Stonebrain. Magistrate, no. Sun Cleanser, no. I guess just round it out with a couple Force of Vigors. Let's try that. Because it was like just good old Urza Tron rather than being Eldrazi. This hand's a bit awkward, but with a birthing ritual, we don't have any combo pieces though. I think I am going to keep it because we are also able to force a vigor like a map on turn 1. Okay, bit of a slower start here potentially. Okay, Dryad Arbor. So it's going to lead with the Goose. Grab a Temple Garden. Because then if this lives, next turn we get to go... I guess actually I shouldn't yield in case they're playing something like Saga. Looks like it might be... Oh, Fleshbreaker. Okay. So we can now go Ritual and Wolf this turn. So go land, Ritual, sack the food for green, play a Wolf. What have we got? Silver and Safekeeper, Carrion Feeder. Okay, so sack the Wolf. Bring in Samwise, I guess. Yeah. And then we get to make a food again. So that's good for Goose. I don't think Dryad Arbor counts as a green card for Force of Vigor. Okay, so they exile Ugin under there. Could be... Kozilek's Command is a problem because it also pings us for loads of damage. Exile Samwise, yeah. Make a thing. Ping us for 1. Make a load more things. Ping us for more. But we still have some good stuff, potentially. Can't imagine they attack. Glowing Freshbreaker is quite a card. I will block here. They're doing more stuff. They're exiling Young Wolf as well. Because yeah, I will take this block. Kozilek's Command is a hard card to play around with this deck. Because it does everything, kind of does everything that we don't want to see. It exiles our small creatures for cheap, instant speed, exiles stuff from our graveyard, and it obviously plays into their game plan very well as well. But we can only try and do our best. We don't have any hard sort of land hate. Like nothing like Break the Ice. We do have I think only 1 copy of Besage. Guess sometimes our hate is just turn 3ing them on the play. Right, so yeah, they do go for exiling our Young Wolf, making 2 more spawns. So they're really getting very aggressive here. We take a lot of damage. We go to 10, we go to 8. Next time they might be able to play Ugin. Rift Sweeper's interesting. I think we're just playing out as many creatures as we can. To go Dryad Arbor. I can't actually play both of those. I guess we can. Oh yeah, because Goose makes another food. So Goose, Sweeper. Worst comes to worst, it's a 2/2 blocker. So I'm going to put Samwise back on the bottom of our deck. We have some blockers. I guess weirdly with this deck, we're less scared of new Ugin, and we'd be much more scared of the old Ugin. So I'm going to get Viscera Seer here. So go. Do you want to keep Dryad Arbor? Yes, I think so. I'm going to sack a Goose. Bring in the Viscera Seer. And if the last two cards are sort of gas, then... So I have Dismember. Dismember the Viscera Seer. Okay, so we'll sack it to itself to scry. Put a Goose on the bottom. So they have one card in hand. They could add this, and then they have loads of mana. Okay, another land. They have one card in hand. Looks like it is a colourless spell. Thought Not Seer. Okay, that's not actually too bad here. We don't really have anything going on. They are able... I mean, it pings us for another 1, so we go to 6. We have a food token. I will be blocking with Rift Sweeper if they go for an attack here. I'd probably quite like to side out Force of Vigor. I doubt they attack, but... yeah. Something like Gris would actually be quite good here. Okay. So we could either go Surveil, or we could go land in order to make and crack a food. I'd go get basic forest, make a food. I think that's probably better. Forest. So go. Depends what we want to sack though. Do we want to do it right now is the question. Because they're going to attack with the Thought Not Seer. If they do this, they haven't quite got enough mana unless they top deck, but they probably will do it. But we don't really want to sack the Goose. If we gain 4 life, I think I'm just going to do it now. Make a food. Don't know, maybe we should have rather blocked, but we can still block the Flesh Raker. And we probably want to sacrifice one of these. Okay, they return Ugin. What do we find? So we find another Seer and a... oh, I think we're getting... yeah, we're getting Cauldron Familiar. So let's go sack Dryad Arbor, bring in Cauldron Familiar, which drains them for 1 at least. And... yeah, we can just block with that. Block Thought Not Seer with this forever. Oh, they do actually have enough to just Ugin us though, right? So they go Ugin, make a thing, shoot us. We block. If we find Brightglass, they're going to exile this. Yeah, makes sense. Don't think there's much we can do. Don't think there's anything we can top deck unless they just keep... if they draw land, land, land and we draw the combo, I will be blocking here. If they attack, that is. If they attack just with Thought Not Seer, we'll gain a life. Do you want to block with Rift Sweeper? No, I don't think so, because that could find something with Birthing Ritual, I suppose. Go to 4. So we find Gearhulk, and they How much is this to ultimate? So got to wait another turn yet. There's cord. So we can cord for 2. Cord for 2. Get Samwise. I guess I should just do that after we see what we hit from Birthing Ritual. Graveyard that one. Because if we hit, I guess, there's a Samwise and another Cauldron Familiar. So I guess we take Samwise because it's cheaper to cord for the other one. So let's go. Okay. Sack the Rift Sweeper. No, because that stops them attacking here. Sack the Goose. Get Samwise into play. And then yeah, we just if they top deck nothing, we can go block here, cord for something, and then pray. Well, they're drawing with that, so I'm paying costs here. We can also cord for right. So now I think we have to go. One, two, three. So we cord for Sylvan Safekeeper. Opponent's got something else, so they've got another so they might have drawn another Kozilek's Command. Yeah, we can concede there. Okay, probably kept a bit of a slow hand. Force of Vigor just seemed really dead. The game was more grindy than I expected. I guess we could consider even Fatal Push if they're running things like Thought-Knot Seer and Glaring Freshraker, yeah. Obviously not amazing, but we did get kind of destroyed by that Fleshraker that game. So this is 2 parts of the combo. Turn 1 Viscera Seer, turn 2 Samwise, and then I think we keep it. Like 3 Wall of Roots is a little awkward, but yeah, I think this hand's very good if we draw Chord of Calling. I think we do play the Seer. Just off of a peat land. Okay, be ready to sacrifice itself in the face of Dismember. They have Power Plant. Okay, we find Goose. So we could go Wall of Roots into Goose here instead, which I think I prefer. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do that instead. Play that, because then we have a lot of mana next turn. And this is probably still a win if we find Chord of Calling. So it goes Samwise Chord for Samwise Chord for 1. So yeah, drawing Chord wins the game. But, well, potentially depends what the opponent has. Obviously, if they put a Ugin underneath, we need to be careful. Okay, they are playing Mindstone. Okay, well, we have a draw to just win the game potentially here. They could have a Dismember, I suppose. Torpor Orb. Ah, okay, that's pretty disgusting. And just after we sided out our Force of Vigors. Okay. Let's see if we can find a Boseiju. There's a goose, that doesn't do anything. That's rough. So how do we best get out of this? I think we have to play Samwise and just start beating down for now. Do we have Haywire Might kept in? I think we do. So I think I have to play Samwise though. Do I want to play another goose? No, because if we play another goose it won't make a food anyway. This is brutal. Just didn't play around it. Thought Not Seer. Thought Not Seer is fine. I mean, it's a good blocker. Doesn't actually trigger though because of Torpor Orb, so let's see if we can find Boseiju or something. Well, there's Boseiju. Okay, so we can play another Wall of Roots. We kind of don't want to Boseiju until the last possible moment, because Wall of Roots is able to make mana for Boseiju. Okay, they have 2, 4, 5 mana. So we can't really... Oh, we can block with the Wall of Roots here. Bit of a weird spot. So we really need to draw Chord. Okay, another Boseiju. So we could go... I wonder if they play basics. We could go Boseiju here, Boseiju here. Yeah, I think we're going to start doing it now. I don't actually think they run many basics. But now we can just start making more food. Yeah, maybe I should have waited. But I think it looks like they have Kozilek's Command here. So they're trying to exile that. Are they making Spawn? Yeah. So I want to Boseiju here as well. Get rid of Ugin. They do run a basic swamp. Oh, I didn't sacrifice for Samwise. That was dumb. Okay. So go -1 for a goose. Make a food. Okay, apparently there's a lot of mana. We're probably, yeah, I mean, we're in pretty rough shape. They were probably looking to Ugin us this turn, but obviously I should have sacrificed for Samwise. There's a Flesh Raker. So that does now do things with Torpor Orb. Oh, with Torpor Orb gone. What is this? 6 mana. I hope this isn't another Kozilek's Command, but looks like it might be. Trouble with waiting on the Boseiju there is the opponent had Kozilek's Command anyway. I suppose we could have waited. They wouldn't have done this with that. Yeah, so they make 4 things, which shoots us for 4, and they're targeting. Oh, they're scrying X and drawing. Okay, so yeah, we take some damage. Is there anything that saves us now? Shoots us for another 5. Well, it hasn't actually gone onto the stat, but yeah, there we go. Just for another 4, so we go to 7. What did they do with their scry? 2 top, 2 bottom. Okay. Obviously have a lot of mana. We have decent blockers. Just block with our 0/5. So what if we draw Brightglass? No, it doesn't really help us. The Stone Brain. Okay, so this is why we've got Rift Sweeper, but it's just getting ever more difficult now. Because they can just go name Samwise, and then we need to get Rift Sweeper and then another thing. We don't really have a plan B here. Yeah, I really wasn't expecting the Torpor Orb. It just shut us down for long enough. I mean, we've never actually found like a cord or anything. But yeah, this is why we bring in Rift Sweeper. But the trouble is, like, with this Flesh Raker, I suppose if we could draw Fatal Push, sack of food. Okay, Catacombs is obviously not great. Let's just play it and pass. Yeah, play it and pass. We've got decent blockers. We can gain life with food. Opponent's got 1 card in hand. Like, food might be able to buy us enough time. Oh no, 7 mana, that's not good. Oh, that's rough. Just kills us, I think. I've played against this Ugin a couple of times now, and it's just been rough every time. Yeah, I guess I should surveil first. Get a Portico. Well, we can graveyard that one. Then bring it back. Now, we kind of want... We want the Cauldron Familiar in the grave, because we don't want Ugin exiling it with our sack outlet gone. I'm going to put that on top. That's fine. And then I guess we sacrifice it to itself just so it's not exiled. So yeah, we're kind of on the survive plan now. We've got decent blockers. They do have an active Ugin. They have 3 mana as well. Hopefully not Kozilek's Command. They're at 17, but Ugin is able to gain them life. Another Flesh Raker would also be pretty rough. I don't think this is quite enough damage. Okay, we make a thing. We go to 4. Exiling a goose. So I guess we just let that happen. We should have another goose anyway. What do they do? 1 top, 1 bottom. Mind Stone. This Ugin's just crazy good. Exiling another goose. So I guess we make a food. I mean, this is pretty much just garbage time, I think. We'd have to go... We've got Birthing Ritual on the top. I think it's just going to be too much. They get to attack. We do have blockers, but... Bring in the familiar. Okay, drain them for 1. Go block here. Block here. I think we'll... So we've got Ritual coming off. Let's say draw just land, which we have to assume. So we just, I guess, bring back the cat now. So yeah, now if the opponent draws nothing but land, we potentially have a chance, but obviously that's pretty slim. Gonna go Wall of Roots with counter, and then counter for Birthing Ritual. Actually, it doesn't matter which way around we do it. No attacks. What do we hit? Nothing really. We hit a Viscera Seer, which we will bring in, but we have no way of making food. So I guess we'll sacrifice this old Wall of Roots, bring in the Viscera Seer. Now we're able to block forever. We're just kind of at the mercy of whatever the opponent draws. Like a colorless spell probably just kills us. Looks like it might be a colorless spell. Well, they could be just drawing with Mind Stones. They draw with Ugin. Play a land. So I guess it's hard to outrace this. Okay, I yield. Nothing we can do now. That was pretty rough. Maybe I should just mulligan to a very, very quick kill. But they did go turn 2, was it? Torpor Orb. So, okay, we'll take our lumps to that one and play round 3. Right, we're on the play here. What do we think of this? It's a little slow. Going turn 2, Wall of Roots. We have some good draws off of a Lush Portico, though. Birthing Ritual on the play is very good. If we find a 1-mana green creature, we can go turn 2 Wall of Roots, green creature, turn... Yeah, I think this is okay. I should probably... against another Eldrazi deck. So we'll start off with this. Catacombs hits the bin. But yeah, next time we get to go... I guess we could go Samwise next turn. Don't know, see what we draw. I guess it is Tron again. Okay, there's another part of the combo though. So we could either go Samwise or we could go Wall of Roots. Wall of Roots can't make any additional mana this turn. I guess if we go Samwise... Samwise opens us up to just naturally draw... to just naturally draw or surveil a Cauldron Familiar next turn. We can possibly go Wall of Roots. How much mana can we play? Can we make this turn? Can we play all of these spells? Possibly. So we've got Wall of Roots costs 1. So we go Wall of Roots. No, we can only play... Can we play... They're going to have Tron next turn. I think I want to go Wall of Roots, Birthing Ritual. Or I could try and Surveil. If we go Wall of Roots, or we could try and just high roll a Surveil into the graveyard. Don't think that's really what we want to do though. Although I'd quite like to play Carrion Feeder in case stuff gets exiled. We could go Birthing Ritual, grab Dryad Arbor. So you don't have to sacrifice the Wall of Roots. Well, we're attacking at any rate. We saw Devourer, so they can at least... The trouble is they can at least exile our Samwise this turn. I think I want to go Birthing Ritual, Wall of Roots. Although obviously in the other order. Well, I find Grist, which is interesting. Or Bowmasters. I think I'm just going to go Grist. Oh, yeah, Grist. So at least if they go just Devourer, we can kill it and keep going. Hopefully they're not going to just go Ugin. Kind of the wrong bit of idea. We want to do this grindy game against Tron. So they could just go Devourer. I mean, they'll exile Samwise. Well, they should. They have 6 cards in hand, though. Let's say they go Samwise. We possibly have draws winning the game. Because we can go... Right, so let's say they just go Devour, Exile, Samwise. We go... We can... If we draw a combo piece... Okay, so they're not doing that. Well, there's a combo piece. So let's go... Land first, so we can at least get Dryad Arbor. Plus... So let's go... Familiar... No, Feeder. So this means they definitely have... Kozilek's Command. Feeder's good because we can sacrifice Samwise now. No, we just go for it. There's no reason not to. I think the opponent might be just... You don't see this combo. It's not the most common. So they might be wondering if they can Kozilek's Command to exile the cat from the graveyard. But because we have this many foods, they can't actually do that. Like, I think it's... Yeah, it's very difficult for them to win if they let this resolve. It could just be dismember. I doubt it though. I think they're eyeing up a huge Kozilek's command, but see what they do. Like, we can make even more food if we need to with Windswept Teeth. Obviously, we did draw very well there. Right, so yeah, they do have Kozilek's command, exiling our Samwise. So I'm going to go... I should make... Yeah, we should make the Dryad Arbor just to make another food. And then sack Samwise for a counter. And now we can still win. Or can we? Yes, we can Birthing Ritual into another Samwise. Right, let's see if we hit another Samwise. We do, so we do just win. So yeah, we hit very well there. So we sack the cat, bring in Samwise, and then just win the game. So we do, yeah, we do manage to take it down there. I mean, I said we had draws to win the game, but in my head that was very unlikely. We had to both draw a combo piece and hit the other one off Birthing Ritual, but sometimes you get there. So Thoughtseize, yes. Gris was okay there, but they did seem to be a bit more artifact based, but Rift Sweeper, yes. I think in general we don't want push. Bowmaster isn't great. Don't know really. But go with that. Yeah, I think we just want to try and combo them as fast as possible. So here we have one combo piece and a Thoughtseize. Is it too slow? Should I be mulliganing this to try and find... Because, yeah, I think I do. Like, we have a decent spread of lands and spells. We have a Thoughtseize and a Familiar, but these cards, we need to draw a lot of stuff. Oh, this is better. So we keep... What am I bottoming? It's probably Rift Sweeper. Because I guess they might struggle to exile stuff, so I'll just go Rift Sweeper on the bottom. Then we'll start with Peatland into Viscera Seer, and then go... Yeah, opponent's mulligan to 5, but they do have a Devourer. See if they put anything in exile. So you can sometimes discern some stuff about the opponent's hand by seeing what they exile to Devourer. Because you do have to exile at least 3. They exile all 4, one of which is Tower. So it could be that they're looking for a different Tron piece. Exile Ugin as well. Okay, Ritual's actually really nice, so you can go... Oh, does that make us want to lead on Familiar? Because then next turn... Ritual into Samwise? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because next turn we have the opportunity to just go Godless Shrine, Ritual, hit Samwise, win the turn after. Obviously this is scary. And it kind of makes me want to play out Viscera Seer. but I think we're going to stick to the plan. Opponent has got turn 3 Tron. Ritual. We're probably sacking the cat to pretty much anything here. Okay, they get the power plant. Okay, so we're definitely sacking. We have a Viscera Seer in hand. So do we just get another Cauldron Familiar, given that we've got this Ritual? I think so. And it's also good if the opponent goes something like Stone Brain. Well, not Stone Brain, but I guess like Surgical kind of effect. Okay, they do have Ugin. Exile our Ritual. Make 3 mana. They're going to exile our cat as well. Again, we have draws now at winning the game. We we can draw one of our 4 copies of Samwise, and that does just win the game, assuming the opponent's sort of tapped out. Oh, okay, now we don't. That's the best possible from the opponent. Exile our cat, and now I don't think we can win. Opponent has 3 cards in hand. I think we just concede. Play the Mortuary. Graveyard. Wall of Roots. This is probably just garbage time. This Ugin, I don't know. I've played against it maybe half a dozen times, and it's already getting pretty tiring. Like, this wouldn't be out of place in a Modern Horizons set. Oh yeah, we did know they had Devourer. So yeah, Devourer, exile are 2 things. I guess we could draw. No, there's really not much we can draw there. Okay, well, I don't think there's much we want to change. I guess Grist is probably better than Bowmasters here. It is at least able to kill Ugin. Not that that's really the game we want to be playing. This is, however, the game we want to be playing, although we only have 1 land. So this is so annoying. If we find, so we go Surveil, Black Surveil land, try and find another land, and then go Samwise, and then win the game on to 3. I think I'm going to risk this. I think we want to be going as quickly as possible. This hand is turn 3 combo. We just need to draw 1 more land. Like with Surveil lands in the deck. I don't know. Maybe this is greedy. Yeah. Maybe this is really greedy, but I'm gonna go for, yeah, I think it's Underground Mortuary because we've got all these black spells. At least we're able to Thoughtseize next turn. Let's see a land. Graveyard that one. Right, come on, untap land. Oh, that's so rough. Okay, so do we go for, I think I'm just gonna Thoughtseize. Hopefully, they could have gone Thoughtseize turn 1, tried to take their map. They have Karn Liberated, they will have Tron, and they have Karn the Great Creator. Wow, their hand's pretty good. So they go Tower. given that we've missed a land drop, I don't think we could beat Khan Liberated. We probably can't beat Khan the Great Creator either, but I think we have to take Khan Liberated. I took a risk. It definitely hasn't paid off here. If we find a land now, it's probably too slow. Okay, that's really rough. There you go, Khan. Go and get liquid metal coating. Okay, sure. I'm just going to concede. Let me know what you'd have done. I took a risk. We have 21 lands left in the deck, so we're maybe a third. No, we're over a third to hit one each time. We have a draw and a surveil, so we have two looks at lands. So what's that? I think we were over 50% to hit because like a miss. So let's say we're 1 in sort of 2.5 to hit. So yeah, I think we're over 50% to hit there, and we just don't if we hit the land we win on turn 3 because we just go turn 1 surveil, turn 2 Samwise, turn 3 play them both and we win. So I think it was worth it. Whether I would have the stones to keep it in like a winning in for a Pro Tour or something, I don't know. But let me know if you'd have made a different decision. I think given that we've played that matchup the game before as well, and it was really rough, and I kind of really wanted to turbo combo, I think it was possibly fine. But yeah, we'll take our lumps again and go ahead and keep this. We've been on the play a lot, but maybe that makes the fact that we're 1 and 2 worse. I've kept this. We have turn 2 Samwise and a surveil. I'm going to keep the Wall of Roots because next turn we get to go Wall of Roots, which is very good for Chord of Calling. Looks like we're against Affinity of some description. If they're going to crap all these baubles, I wonder if we're meant to just Bowmaster them. Because Bowmaster's also fairly good for Chord of Calling. Or do we just play Wall of Roots? The Bowmasters also counts as 2 for Chord. We do have double Chord. I think I'm going to play the Bowmasters. Like if they crack both the baubles, it's pretty good. They may not crack them. They might just be using them to ramp out. Okay, they play Saga. Another bauble. Okay, so this indicates they probably have Kappa Cannoneer in hand. So we'll get Overgrown Tomb, play Orcish Bowmasters. I guess maybe if we'd played Wall of Roots, we could have gone Wall of Roots this turn. Oh, they have Metallic Rebuke. Okay, that makes sense as well. But now we get to do some good stuff. So we could go Samwise into Dryad Arbor, or we could go Wall of Roots, and then we can chord for 0. So if we go Samwise, do this make a food, can we win next turn? I think I need to go Wall of Roots first. Play Dryad Arbor. We can chord for 0, but that doesn't do us any good here. if we go Samwise this turn, let's just play Samwise. We don't actually mind a land. Endurance is interesting because you can use this as a like a lotus petal, because you can do it and then chord before it's sacked. So I want to play Samwise this turn. Play Samwise. Chord for 1 and then chord again. Or do we just hold up and chord? I think I'm just going to play the Samwise. Okay, so that resolves. So we can now go chord for 1. Which I think I'll just do chord while they're tapped out. Although they probably would have. Probably would have gone for it here. They probably would have countered our Samwise. Gonna get Cauldron Familiar, gains us life. We can block potentially a construct. I don't think we have enough to. No, we haven't got enough green mana to chord. Because this makes 1, 2. Yeah. Not far off. See what they get here. If they could get. Okay, they do make the mana, which is scary. They could get Lava Spur Boots and go for Kappa Cannoneer. But I like to think they'll. They could also get a Saga target, like they get Pithing Needle. Okay, so now we're. Oh, okay. So what I was saying right at the start has come up here. They've Pithing Needled Viscera Seer, which. What is this? Enter exile target non-land permanent until this leaves the battlefield. Okay, so that's pretty good in conjunction with it. But the Pithing Needle has come up where they've named Viscera Seer, and we do have the other one in our deck. We have Carrion Feeder. So I'm gonna. Oh, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna block with the cat here. I think. Block with cat. Bring it back. So yeah, I think they should be naming. Cauldron Familiar, because you can name that. Okay, so they did go for another Saga. We do have Haywire Might in the deck. So we could go Grist. We can go Chord for Haywire Might with 1, 2. So that pays for the Chord mana. So Chord for 1, exile that, get it back. Thoughtseize you, I think, is probably what we want to do. Let's start with the Thoughtseize, Emery and Thoughtcast. I think I'm going to go for Thoughtcast first. Then we go Chord right now. Chord for 1. Get Haywire Might. And then I guess. Oh, I probably should have. Yeah, I should have done this at sorcery speed. Instant speed. But yeah, we can now block the construct and then exile Perilous Snare. The opponent does have 3 cards sat on the battlefield. They draw another Thought Cast, okay. But yeah, this does let us, you know, we have draws now at oh, this looks like Cannoneer. Okay, they have drawn the Cannoneer. Cannoneer puts a counter on itself. Okay, so now we need to draw another chord. Block here. Exile this. Samwise. So yeah, we can draw a Chord of Calling, or oh no, Chord of Calling actually because of this. Oh no, yeah, so it kind of has to be Chord. Okay, well, so we chord for this name Viscera Seer. So yeah, it has come up. Chord for 1. Carrion Feeder. Make a token. So yeah, that did come up. It hasn't come up before, but yeah, it does come up there. Able to win the game through a Pithing Needle. I guess a lot of decks do run as a Saga. So, and this deck is gaining popularity as well now that Breach is out of the picture. So definitely want all of these Force of Vigors. What else? Probably not Fatal Push. Grist isn't great. Endurance is okay. Bowmasters is fine. Haywire Might's obviously really good. Endurance is okay against Emery, but I don't think we really we care about that kind of style game with this in this matchup. Magistrate, no. Barricade, no. Compared to Summer, we did see that they were running the count spells. Whether they'll be playing those again. Could consider Thoughtseize. Is Brightglass where we want to be? Searches for 2. We are searching for Haywire Might isn't nothing. Do we trim like a Young Wolf? I could trim Safekeeper actually in this matchup. Yeah, let's trim Safekeeper. Yeah. Do we get rid of Gearhulk? Is that too grindy? Let's try this. Like Gearhulk going getting combo piece Haywire Might. Yeah, got pretty lucky there. Chord of Calling was because well, I suppose we could have drawn the Carrion Feeder instead. But yeah, playing the split really helped us out there. Right, this hand has a very powerful sideboard card in, but does not progress our game plan at all. I think I'm going to mulligan. This hand is a lot better. I'm going to bottom Sam. So go turn 1 Cat, turn 2 Sam. Actually going to bottom a Cat. Okay, they have Tormod's Crypt, so we're going to have to try and play around that. Let's just go Godless Shrine, yes. Play the Familiar. So it's easier to play around this kind of thing. That Force of Vigor would have been pretty good. Okay, the portable hole. Two cards in hand, 3 cards in hand. There's the feeder. So we'll just play a land. I don't think I want to play. Maybe I was meant to play Samwise there. Tamio. I wonder if it's worth just surveilling. Could just surveil. We kind of need. Yeah, I'll just surveil here. Kind of need quite a lot of stuff. Not that one. Okay, that's another land. Because we go Portico. Wall of Roots. Don't think we really want that one. Trouble is we're kind of struggling for chord mana. I think I just want to play Samwise here. They're going to make a construct. Probably get Shadow Spear. But next turn we can potentially chord. I guess they get. Well, they are going to go and grab. They're probably just going to get Pithing Needle and name the correct one. If they name Carrion Feeder, they kind of get us here a bit. But they could go. I suppose if they get Lava Spur, we're forced to block with Samwise. Okay, they get Amber. They've got 3 cards in hand. Maybe they don't run the boots. Well, they could have it in hand, I suppose. Okay, Shadow Spear. Okay, well, we're taking 10 here. Thought Monitor. So what can we draw? Do we just have it here? Because they've got 2 cards in hand. I guess they could have a counter spell. I think we have a shot at it here because we can go Carrion Feeder with this. And then chord for 1. Chord for another cat. That's also interesting. So go. We definitely want to play the feeder. Make a food. Make sure we make the food first. And then we can either Beseiju the portable hole, or if we go chord now, make the cat. That's worse into a counter spell, which they could have. If we go chord, I think I'm just going to Beseiju. Beseiju the portable hole. And then we can potentially chord for 0 if we need to make another food. Yeah, okay, so let's go Beseiju here. Oh no, we can't chord for 0. Okay, they have 2 cards in hand, so we definitely want to make the food first so that we can play around this Tormod's Crypt. Sack here. Bring the cat back. Yeah, okay. Well, we just do the thing there. Again, drew pretty well. Having the extra food, I think I say this every league, but having an extra food is just so key. I wonder if they had a counter spell. I think it was correct to beside you there. I mean, just because it won the game doesn't always mean it's correct, but I think we could afford to play around we couldn't have afforded to play around it if we hadn't drawn beside you. Obviously, I think we just had to jam. But yeah, we'll take that. We're 2-2. We'll play round 5. Right, on the play here. I think we've been on the play a lot this league. Yeah, that sounds great. So we're going to go turn 1, fetch a Temple Garden, play a Goose, so that we can potentially go Birthing Ritual, Cauldron Familiar next turn. Again, if we're against a deck that we fear a counter spell, we'll Thoughtseize instead. Okay, so this is Belcher. Does shock in. So I guess it's Thoughtseize. If they want to spell snare us, I'm going to Thoughtseize. Yeah, they're looking to spell snare. Oh, Stern Scolding. Okay. So loads of lands, a Stern Scolding, which is annoying to Meshi. They don't have anything that can be used to flare though. Loads of lands, flare. I think I'm just going to take. No, it probably is Stern Scolding because I'm going to play the Ritual and then we do want to play out other stuff. So I'm going to take the Scolding and then go add green. Play the Ritual. Go to end step. And yeah, we're looking. Obviously, Samwise is very, very good. Viscera Seer, Bowmasters, Wolf. Okay, so we will sack it. What do we want? We've got a Seer, so we could go Seer Familiar next turn. Or we could just go Bowmasters. Obviously, Wolf is pretty good as well. I'm just going to go Bowmasters. Making 2 things for Ritual. So this turn we're going to go... Okay, so they play out a land. Okay, find another land, which is nice actually. Because now we can go attack with everything. And then go land. We definitely want more green mana. Our life total doesn't matter too much here. So get green, black. Let's go Cauldron Familiar. Drain them for 1. Viscera Seer. Okay. And now we're looking just for Samwise to win the game. No Samwise. We haven't got a 3-drop. There's a Haywire Might and an Endurance though. So I guess we get Haywire Might. They have Tameshi. Yeah, okay, so we'll sacrifice the Orc for a Haywire Might. Trouble is now the opponent does have Sink into Stupor up. Okay, Thundertrap Trainer also able to be used for Flare. And it blocks, obviously. But no Lotus Bloom at present. Okay, they take a Bane Veil. See which land they choose to play. Play another one of those. Which makes sense. Okay, so there's Chord. So no attacks. Just go for the ritual. Still no Samwise. So what do we want to get instead? I think I'm sacking the Bowmasters. We can always get another Bowmaster if we want, or Young Wolf, or trouble is now they've got Sync up. We're gonna get the Young Wolf. Okay. See if they want to progress something. They haven't got yeah, Wolf is good here as well, because I guess Sync. Actually, yeah, Wolf was the correct play there. I should have thought this through, but I think I mentioned this before as well. So if we find the combo and then they try and Sink into Stupor our Samwise, we can go off again in response by making another food with Young Wolf and Viscera Seer. But we've put a lot of cards on the bottom here. We do actually we needed the Wolf as well to be able to go off to start with. So we need to make a creature. I wonder if I'm meant to, I don't know, see what the opponent does here. Seems like we've got a bit of time. But we need a creature to enter. If we chord, obviously we will be leaving up green to Haywire Might something if needed. Right, opponent bolts in Seagate Wreckage. They were okay. Now, do we have to do this in response? They'll just flare it is the trouble. Okay. Get the bloom. Play Tameshi. So they have Sink, Flare. Okay. I guess they're going to try and draw it. I guess I should go for chord now. Well, they're just going to flare is the problem. Just have to, yeah, I think we just have to hope they haven't got it. Or they don't find Belcher, because they probably do have the mana here. Or we could try and chord for endurance, but it's just not going to resolve. Yeah, I think we've been. I think we had a load of looks at finding a Samwise and we just didn't see it. So what we're hoping for now is that the opponent is digging for it. Although I think this only triggers once per turn, so they must have it. If they have it now, they can just play it and use the Lotus Bloom mana to activate. Maybe I was meant to take Tameshi with the Thoughtseize. I think we've had 2 goes around with Birthing Ritual. It could be where. Oh, they just cast this. Okay, because the number of cards in your hand plus 1. Sure, I guess I chord now. Chord, leaving a. Oh, I can't actually leave a green up. Chord for 2. The opponent will flare. Oh, they're disrupting Shoal. Maybe I should have. I guess that stopped them drawing quite as many cards, but we really need to hit it here. We've put a load of non-Samwise cards on the bottom. Okay, well they didn't have the Belcher, so now we really need to hit. Okay, there's a Godless Shrine. I guess we should play the Grist. Should we be killing this with it? Okay, they do flare that one. I should have played the land to potentially use this, but let's see if we can finally find Samwise. Really? Still no. Okay, so let's sacrifice, I guess. Can they do this again this turn? Probably. What am I sacking? Just Haywire Might. Safekeeper. So we've been through 21 cards, is it? Maybe I should have been sacrificing with Viscera Seer. I don't know if they'll have enough mana this turn. Assuming they've drawn Belcher, they can have 2 mana. 2 mana from lands plus. Oh no, because I have to activate that. So that's 6. I don't think they've quite got enough this turn. They could sink into Stupor. Oh no, they haven't got enough for that either. We are now somewhat. Our creatures are protected by Safekeeper. Our opponent Shocks in another land, 2 mana, another trainer. Okay, well, I mean, we're not getting through. They use their flare. They did return a load of dual lands. Okay, they Stern Scolding. We must be close to a Samwise. He says. Yeah, we've missed on it 3 times. Okay. Okay, well, there's another familiar. So I guess we play that out. I'll probably use it to scry, honestly. Drain them for 1. Does it matter about a land? So, do I use one of these to scry? Yes. Because then we can do Safekeeper. Don't want a goose. Okay. Well, let's see if we hit it. We can't really attack. Right, Tameshi is a 2/3. Come on, Samwise. There he is. Okay, so we sack Safekeeper, bring in Samwise, and now sack the wolf to get a food. Wolf makes the food, and this is the other sort of thing with wolf. We can use it to kickstart the combo where we wouldn't otherwise make a food to start it off. I can't think of any free spells they can have. Okay, let's start topping. Sacrifice familiar. Bring back the cat. Just drain them out. And yeah, move on to game number 2. Yeah, so just drain the opponent's last few life points out there. So Belcher, Thoughtseize, possibly Endurance. Actually, Rift Sweeper's not bad because I think you can get rid of their Lotus Bloom with that. So Rift Sweeper okay. Gearhulk's probably too slow. Grist we don't want. Bowmasters either. Haywire Might's fine. Safekeeper. They probably play Dismember. We do have to remember Harbinger again. Crystal Barricade, you have Hexproof. It's not a bad answer to Belcher. Endurance, I don't think we want to be playing that kind of game. Safekeeper also. But we do want the 2 Veil of Summers. Force of Vigor, we probably want. It's another one we probably just want to be faster. Trim, maybe 1 Wall of Roots. Do we trim a wolf? It was very good there, but let's try that. Could bring in Dranith Magistrate, but it's only good against the Lotus Bloom, because Tameshi isn't casting it from the graveyard. Gonna mulligan this one. No white mana for Samwise. This one's also kind of awkward. Like, yeah, mulligan again. Well, we'll keep this. I think we're bottoming. Oh, so we need to go Thoughtseize. Need to put 2 on the bottom. I think it's probably this and this. Oh, it's not great though. Need to find stuff to do. Yeah. Maybe we're not meant to keep the Thoughtseize. Probably wait on the Thoughtseize rather than playing it turn 1. So we draw. Okay, Goose is actually pretty good. So let's go land Goose. Next turn we can go Thoughtseize Surveil. Depending on what we find. But sometimes, yeah, we want to just wait on the Thoughtseize until the last possible moment to give them opportunities to have drawn the spell they need. Another Thoughtseize. Okay, well, we'll play the land, Thoughtseize you. When's got a couple of turns for Lotus Bloom. Okay, so there's the Belcher. I'm just going to take the Belcher. And I think I want to use my mana because we want a Chord next turn probably. So I'm going to go and grab Godless Shrine. Thoughtseize again. So they have 2 interaction pieces that we don't mind too much about. I'm just going to take the Archaeologist. It finds them lands is a big thing. Because their lands are spells on their front half, so yeah, I think that's fine. I guess they have a Lotus Bloom coming in. Ooh, no, we haven't quite got enough to chord for the Rift Sweeper. Okay, well, we find a familiar, which is pretty good. So now we can chord for Viscera Seer. I wonder if we're meant to chord for Viscera Seer or just chord for Sam here. Wait until next turn and chord. I might wait. No point in chording just yet. We could also chord for Haywire Might. Let's take a draw step. Okay. So attack for 1. I don't think I really want to chord for Haywire Might. No, I think we'll just take a Surveil here. Okay, Trainer. I suppose we can also chord for the what's it called? The wall as well to give us hexproof if we need to. I think holding the chord is fine. We took out the Gearhulk. I think we've got enough black potentially. Let's just go Lush Portico. That one, no, don't want to draw that one now. I guess we might as well create a food. Okay, draw Viscera Seer, which is obviously really nice. Let's go land. sorry, let's play that one. Oh, they could have a stern scolding. Okay, I don't think we knew about that one. Okay. So I guess Cauldron Familiar is kind of a free attack. Unless we want a chord. This is just free damage though, but don't know, it might be that we should have been... Okay, that's fine. So now we can chord if we want. Still no land for the opponent. Familiar, sacrifice of food. Drain them. 1, 2. I'm just going to draw a card here, I think. Okay, Dryad Arbor. There's the barricade. They'll probably spell snare that. I'm going to not be able to chord for it. Yeah, we can keep attacking. Want to deal our opponent some damage. Could be that they're looking for Belcher. That is a good point. It probably should have been time there to... What else could we do? Yeah, they find it and now they're... Okay, so they do have the mana here. Let's go make... 1, 2... I think I'm just going to go for a chord. No, we don't do that. So let's go chord because I want to keep up a green mana. They may counter this. Okay, they cast a flare. So do I get the Cauldron Familiar back? Yes. And I'm going to go for the barricade now. They do have Into the Floodmoor, I guess. Well, there's Samwise. So go Sam. We'll play the Samwise out. But forcing them to use the spell snare is good. So we'll go to the second main. Could have gone for the barricade instead, I suppose. But forcing them to use Lotus Bloom is nice. Not going to attack this time. Just going to play the barricade. They have Into the Floodmoor, 1 unknown. But we did force them to use their Lotus Bloom. We're top decking, they're at 13. But we can now just keep attacking with the cat. Okay, attack with cat. Then we can play the wolf. And then start attacking with that as well. Countering this one? Oh, okay. It's going to make a food now. Okay, so they play a land. Sadly, our clock is very slow. Well, we're going to keep chipping away. And it keeps making the block. Play our wall of roots. So yeah, looking for, I guess, yeah, Boseju's always really good here. They could just play a Belcher here. Yeah, okay. But now they have the Into the Floodmoor as well. So we really need to top deck here. We need Haywire Might, Cord, so they have Into the Floodmoor. Come on. Another familiar is not the one. Yeah, we're just going to get got by the fair Belcher. Okay, just pass, make them think we might have something. But if they just go into the Floodmoor, the Goose, the Barricade, which I imagine they do, yeah. Okay, sure. We'll just concede. Just never found the clock there. Don't think we want to change anything. I think that game was probably the exception where it got quite grindy. Maybe we want something like Safekeeper. Maybe it's no, I think this is fine. Right, yeah, be on the play. And no land, so we'll mulligan this one. This is 2 parts of the combo and a Veil of Summer, so yep. What do we want to put back? Probably just Young Wolf here, so we'll keep Bottom Wolf. Lead off with a Temple Garden and a Goose. Next turn we'll go Samwise, just Samwise probably. We always want to now hold up a mana for Veil of Summer, I think. Okay, the Exile Lotus Bloom. If we draw a Rift Sweeper, I wonder if we meant to Rift Sweeper that. Probably not yet. Let's see. Okay, they go basic island. Ah, okay, so they brought in the basic. Okay, they bounce our Goose. Well, we do have full combo now. I think I'm just going to go land. I think we want... So I want black mana, so let's get over Entomb. I think I'm going to go double spell. So let's go... Feeder. And then a Goose. We could Disrupting, I guess. Okay, because yeah, I want this turn, we want 3 mana. Got multiple food is obviously good for us. They could have more Into the Floodmoors. So yeah, basic island is there because they suspect us of playing a Boseju. If we draw a land here, I think... Birthing Ritual. So it goes Samwise. Is it just... Is it... Right, is it just familiar now? Because we really want to hold up Veil of Summer. How long till there? So we do have another turn. So let's go familiar. And then next turn we can go Samwise, hold up Veil. Unless they have Harbinger. Let's do this here. Okay, well, they just let that resolve. Attack for 1. Could attack for 2, but want the birthing ritual stuff. Guess we could hit Samwise here, which we do. So go sack the goose, bring in Samwise, sack this. This is turn 3. And then we wait, because we don't want them to use the mana on our turn if they have Into the Floodmoor. We can actually wait until next turn when we have Veil of Summer available. But yeah, see what the opponent does. If they just go Harbinger, we can obviously win the game. Just bring this. They could have Surgical is the problem, but we can't really play around Surgical. Although, can we? Next turn we go play another Samwise. Okay, I think I'm letting that resolve. Yeah, because next turn we can play another Samwise. Okay, they get Sink into Stupor. Okay, so now we can play around most things, I think. Because yeah, we want 2 foods. Or we could just Thoughtseize. Yeah, that's better. Thoughtseize you. We have Veil of Summer in case they flare as well. Okay, they just don't have it. So yeah, none of this does anything. Let's just take the flare. Bring back the familiar. So yeah, we were playing around ghosts there, but it's not always good to play around that kind of stuff. But here, you know, we were able to play around. We were able to play around it, so yeah, I'll just drain them out and yeah, just come back for some final thoughts. Yeah, so we drain them out there. So yeah, thoughts on the deck. I think it's still really good. We did lose twice to Tron. They were our 2 losses, and maybe that's getting more popular now with the new Ugin, so maybe we should be considering some extra anti-Tron. Like, they didn't seem too susceptible to things like Force of Vigor. Wonder what the answer to that would be. We are playing 2 Boseiju in the main. Wonder if we want some more, you know, either Thoughtseize or what have you. We definitely did have extra. Yeah, we're running 3 Thoughtseize in the 75, but I don't know what an extra anti-Tron card could be. Let me know if you've got any suggestions. But yeah, really happy with the, you know, to play the deck. I think it's really powerful. It's doing some good stuff. It's got a decent, sort of half decent backup plan. So Rift Sweep is an interesting addition. Didn't actually come up there, but yeah, always good to play some Sam combo. But let me know what you thought, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers.